Hi, I am Assistant Professor Food Technology. Today's topic is regarding the science behind baking. Do you know why bread rises when you bake it? Like, ever wondered what makes bread soft, fluffy instead of flat like a cookie? Before understanding this, let's understand what actually the bread dough contains. It actually contains flour, water, and yeast. But what is yeast here? Yeast is a living microorganism that eats the sugar from the flour. So, sugar is a main source of food for the yeast. So, as soon as the yeast eats the sugar, it what does it produce? It produces the carbon dioxide gas and a little amount of alcohol through the fermentation. Now, as we have come across the word fermentation, let's see what is actually fermentation mean. Just focus on those pink words, which are yeast, sugar, carbon dioxide, and alcohol. Like, here we can make the reaction. Like, yeast eats the sugar, so thus it produces the carbon dioxide and alcohol. So this is the overall reaction of a fermentation. Before this, what we have to understand is wheat flour contains two kinds of protein. One is glutenin and another is gliadin. So as soon as this glutenin and gliadin mixes with water, it forms a gluten. Gluten, it is an elastic network. What does this gluten does? This gluten traps the carbon dioxide inside them, made by the yeast, almost like balloons trapping in the net. So this is gluten, and inside carbon dioxide are trapped. Now the next step is proofing. What does proofing means? It is usually the dough taking a rest. Dough is formed, it is taking some rest. In that resting period, what happens is more gas fills those gluten and the dough doubles in the size. So that's why proofing is so important before baking. Until and unless you proof a bread dough, it doesn't bake properly. And let's see the baking magic also. Like, when this proofed dough goes into the oven, the heat kills the yeast inside, so yeast growth may stop. But before that, yeast goes into the overdrive, producing even more carbon dioxide before heating. And during that heating, what happens? The water in the dough turns into the steam, further expanding the bubbles, uh, and the heat sets the gluten and the starch, locking the bread into a fluffy shape. Meanwhile, what the sugars does in the dough? Sugars undergo Maillard reaction, caramelization. This is how we can see the golden brown crust. Crust in the sense the outer layer, and we even get that delicious bread smell also. But what is the fun fact here? Like, we even make the chapatis, right, with the dough, but they don't give us that soft fluffiness. Why? Because they are not made from the yeast. We don't add yeast to the dough. It usually cooks from the steam expanding inside the dough. So every slice of the bread is really a mix of biology from the yeast, chemistry from the gluten, gliadin, and a little baking art working together. So I hope you understood how actually baking happens in a simpler way. Subscribe for more interesting videos.